Hey guys, it's good to see you today. This is Keith Kasarjan with the Bear Valley Bible Institute, Director of International Studies. I'm joined today by the President of Bear Valley, Denny Petrillo. Then also three super good guys from World Video Bible School, Brandon May, John Warrens, and Rudy Kane. Hey guys, it's good to see all of you today.
Great to see you.
Good to see you.
Well, we just wanted to spend a couple of minutes or a few minutes today kind of talking about and exploring the long-standing, really good relationship that both Bear Valley and World Video Bible School have enjoyed. We have separate works, obviously, but there are times that our works intersect. We have benefited from your work. I believe you've benefited some from ours as well. The two most longest standing in that relationship are Denny and Rudy. And so I'd like to let them just kind of talk about that for just a minute. Denny, would you like to get us started?
Sure. Rudy, you may have to correct me on this, but I believe that the first recording I did for WVBS was in the 1980s sometime. I did a course on Hebrew, and then have done a lot of classes since then. Do you remember for sure when I started?
Well, not for sure. That was before the flood sometime, but it was the first course that you did for the online or the Bible school classes. The course was 94. And of the Bible school courses, you did 10 of those courses, and they were Matthew as long as your arm. And so a lot of that went on that when you were younger, and I don't want to say prettier, but anyway, we've enjoyed a great deal of working relationship. And I think Chuck Horner, we always felt that among the teachers and among the school, Denny was as much a part of it as any of us because he contributed the most programming in the beginning, and Chuck did. So between Chuck Horner and Denny, most of the school was recorded, and today, there are thousands of people every day who are watching Denny and Chuck and the other teachers. Some other ones from Bear Valley have come. And it's been a great relationship. And I want to say they've given up a lot to come and travel down. Many times when it was their vacation time or break week, and they would come down and record. And now, after all those years of hard work, it's paying off by teaching thousands of students around the world.
Yeah.
Online.
There have been many other Bear Valley instructors as well. Denny, can you just kind of remind us a few of those?
Yeah. Michael Height has done work for WVBS, Dave Chamberlain, Warren Wilcox, Neil Pollard, Mike Vestal, John Moore, the AP guys, Dave Miller, Eric Lyons, Kyle Butt, and Rudy mentioned Chuck Horner, and I think we claim Chuck as a Bear Valley guy as well as WVBS guy, and so there have been a number of teachers that have partnered with WVBS, and it's just been a great relationship. And Rudy has always had an open invitation to guys if they had some material, a class or something like that they wanted to do. He said our doors are open and our studios are open to just let us know what you want to do. And so a number of Bear Valley guys have taken advantage of that. We've had graduates that were from other countries that did classes in their native language and have used those as evangelistic materials in places where they've worked. So I have found WVBS to be one of the most giving, generous organizations that I've ever been a part of, and it's really been an honor for me to be associated with all of these brethren down there and the good work they've done. But I know it's really benefited what we do at Bear Valley, and it's benefited our work in other places as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. And since the 80s, wow, can you just imagine? Literally, it's no exaggeration to say that only eternity will recognize and know all of the good that's been done during that time. I mentioned earlier there's sometimes that our works intersect. I think John and I have discovered some of that as well, because you have a lot of folks who are watching online. You have folks in other countries, and sometimes you need somebody to follow up in person. But who do you know? Recently, John, I can't remember if you contacted me or you put it on Facebook, said need somebody in Uganda, and I immediately texted John, said where. He told me. I'll fast forward a little bit, but I was in touch with a guy that day, and the next day that person was baptized because he found the local preacher who went to him and studied with him. John and I are currently working on a similar situation in Sierra Leone. And so it's really exciting when we get to partner with each other and kind of use our strength. John, talk about that just a second.
Well, so being brand new here to WVBS, being hired on in February, then of course COVID struck, and wasn't able to move down here until the end of August. So I feel like I'm still brand new at this position. But the excitement of being able to cooperate and work together to help save souls, and it's such a internationally from Maxwell, Texas. It doesn't make sense to me. But with technology the way it is, and the cooperation between brethren, I know that that specific Facebook page that I put out there, hey, does anybody know of a congregation or a point of contact in Uganda? Of course, you picked up on it quickly, and just how fascinating it is and exciting it is to see that on a Monday, when we receive an email from somebody, this 19-year-old young man, Ochella is his name, wonderful last name, Ochella Bright. So, how bright, exciting was that? But then on Wednesday, we hear that he's being baptized, and all praise, obviously, is to God and brethren working together. It's a great position to be in, to be a part of it.
Yeah, it is exciting. And, you all have so many students online. We have, because of our international schools, we have a lot of contacts in many different places. Currently 43 international schools of Bear Valley in 27 countries, soon to be 47 as soon as different governments allow us to begin. And the newest one will be in Uganda, actually. And so we were able to connect those people together. And it's just amazing how technology has allowed us to do that, but also to be able to share each other's resources. I mentioned the online aspect of that. Brandon, would you tell us about your online work? I think a lot of folks perhaps are familiar with the great DVDs and things like that World Video Bible School has produced for many years, but tell us how things have moved online in recent years.
Absolutely. Yeah, the history that you got to hear from Rudy and Denny talking about the recordings through the years. Of course, the recordings haven't stopped. Denny was actually just down this last year recording some new material, and so every year we're generating new material. And so we went back into the archive, digitized pretty much everything that we could get our hands on, putting it online, putting it out on a platform or a location for the church to use. We want Christians to benefit in their own education and evangelizing. And so right now we have just over 2,500 individual videos that are online. About 1,000 of them form the online school curriculum, and about 1,500 that are in a variety of formats, short, small things for young, deep studies and topical courses for the old or the more mature. And so all of these online resources that are made freely available, the goal, the hope is that the church picks that up as a resource and we have seen that for sure. And so last year, 2019, there were 14 million views of these videos online. This year, we're going to surpass that. We're right now about 30 to 40,000 views per day of the online material. And so, you know, it's everything from Ocella in Uganda, a young man watching some things about the truth, to people in first world countries who are getting a deeper Bible education than, say, their denomination is providing them. And so now they're able to find something they were searching for and actually open up the truth to them, where they can find the church and a way to become a Christian.
I had no idea. I had no idea the online resources were so, there were so many and so widely viewed. That's amazing and exciting as well. I was just thinking as you were talking, there are many congregations now kind of moving out of the actual paper library. In fact, some churches are getting rid of their libraries and actually turning them into something else, classrooms, recording studios. Tell us just a little bit how, if a congregation is saying, you know, our libraries isn't really used a lot, but because we're kind of in this digital age, what can a congregation do to have access to these resources that you have made available?
Well, let's a couple of really good options. First off, in the transition going from a physical library to thinking a little bit more digitally, we have a couple of items that moves it into a digital format, say all the videos on a hard drive. So they have a physical library right now, but they're wanting to implement some new media. If they could put a computer in there, put a TV, put a projector, they have all the books, they have resources that can still be utilized, but you put this hard drive with 1,500 videos right there. You know, any of the members could come in there, choose through hundreds of different topics and programs, watch what they want, put in a USB, be able to take it home if that's what they're needing. The other side of it is all of these, like we mentioned, are online for free. So a congregation making use of the online resources and setting up some facilities for their members to utilize it on site, or they can all 2,500 videos can actually be embedded on the church's website if they wanted to pick certain topics to make available to the members, to the community. And so, you know, sort of helping them transition from that physical means like you described to having everything at their fingertips as we move, you know, almost completely online in a future time.
That's amazing. I will tell you, I had no idea. I had no idea there was so much and so readily available, and how many congregations and individuals, Bible classes, preacher training schools, things like that. It's just I think the possibilities are endless. How would someone, if someone's watching this or listening, how would they find out more about these resources?
Well, just putting in WVBS.org.
WVBS.org.
Just that simple. WVBS.org. A page will load that actually shows all three facets: the online Bible school, the deep curriculum, where Rudy was mentioning. You know, we have lots of students. They can also find the online video site that has all the topical, and then they'll also find, if they're still needing physical material, they'll find a way that they can order or request you know, physical items that they might need. So that one address will provide a, you know, kind of a wealth of information for them to explore and find the material.
Okay. Anything else you want to make us aware of going on at World Video Bible School?
I think that I'd like to say what we were talking about a while ago, where you were talking about working with John, finding the fella in Uganda. I believe that we are putting into motion some things by the next year that we will be needing to search for someone like that to help them to be baptized or to find the church. probably at a rate of 1 a day.
Wow.
I suspect that will be the case. And one of the things that you mentioned about all of the schools, if we had that list of people, their email addresses, the person that we could contact, and if our problem comes, somebody is in Tanzania or Kenya or any place in the world, and they're asking us, well, where is this church I see on your website, or I need to be baptized, like that, or they want to be someone help them know better or learn better, whatever.
Sure.
And so we need to find that person a contact on the ground as quickly as possible while it's fresh on their mind. And so if all of those programs that Brandon had out there are simply like a bunch of lures, we're fishing out there, and one thing might attract one person, another thing attracts another person, but they are invited on there to ask us questions.
Right.
So those questions are coming in, and two things happen. Number one, if the question is about where can I find the church, we then want to find someone on the ground who agrees to go by email contact or whatever the contact is. It normally is by email. So if they will contact that person, we forward the email to them, and we're out of the picture. We wanted to go get them to the church as quickly as we can to help them with their problem or their need. And so other times we get just Bible questions, and we have at least a couple of fellows right now working on it. We will need more in the future.
Okay.
But they're asking Bible questions. Well, I watched your program, but what about this? Or, you know, you said this, but in the Bible it says that. They're genuine, honest, good, solid questions that need to be attended to. And right now we probably get, I'm guessing, from as few as 6 a day to 20 a day.
Okay.
Of those kinds of questions. And then some of these guys are working full, pretty much a lot of their time dealing with them. Some of them are canned, they just give them some material to help.
Well, and partnering and cooperating on finding the local contacts is a win-win. Obviously, you've created a contact that needs a follow-up. We have 47 schools and over 900 students that are anxious to do this. That's what they're doing. And so it's a win-win, and it gives them experience. It gets to, you know, it gives you a contact. It's just a win-win. And so we're happy about this cooperation and this partnership. So it's gone on a long time. Special big thanks to Rudy and Denny for how much they have contributed to this over the years. And I think Brandon and John would agree that we all are just feel blessed to be a part of it. And so Bear Valley, WeTrainPreachers.com. and World Video Bible School, WVBS.org. Anybody wants to know more information about either one or how you can be involved, how you can get access to these incredible resources, please do that, and you will be blessed. All right, guys, I've enjoyed our time together today, and take care and God bless. Bye.
Thank
you.
It's good seeing you.